Hello, everybody. This was a requested reading from a few people. I just wanted to start off by saying that I have very little knowledge about this, so anything that is said in here that I already know, I'll probably tell you. I heard that or I read that somewhere. If I didn't say that, it's coming from spirit. It's coming from what I'm being shown. Okay. I have no dog in the fight. So I actually prefer heading into my readings that way. It makes it feel more authentic and honest as well. So yeah, I'm doing this reading on the energy and everything surrounding the energy between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. Hailey Baldwin Bieber. And yeah, this is actually quite interesting. At the bottom of the deck. Oh man, is this just okay? I know this is something I do know. I know that Selena Gomez was an actress before she became a singer. Like it just popped into my head the name of her show. I'm 41, so I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching those kinds of shows because I was in my 20s. But Wizards of Waverly Place. Okay. So yeah, this is the straight up strangest thing I'm seeing right now. All right. I just got a visual of Hailey sitting at home and watching her TV and like being mesmerized by Selena Gomez. Like she watched her show. She really liked her. It's something that she like grew up around, and she looked at her like she was a star. Okay, like she was unreachable. But the thing that was happening with Hailey is that she was seeing Selena and she was going, I want to be like that. She was almost using her as like a template of what she wanted to become as far as like success is concerned, because she was inspired by her. And I'm keeping it 100%. Like, I really don't think that, I don't know what the age difference is between everybody, but I think that Hailey is younger than both Justin and Selena. So I would think that she was kind of like at home growing up, like hoping one day that she would like meet them or meet Selena. I think I'm not sure, but I think she knew of Selena before Justin. I don't know if that's accurate or not. And so I see her kind of like sitting at home and hoping and praying that she could one day meet her or get a picture with her or become like her. I think Hailey had aspirations like that. I don't know if she had an affinity for, I don't know if she tried to pursue acting. So if anybody can let me know that down below in the comments, that would be very helpful to me and to everybody else, because I'm not really sure. So what I see here, though, in the foundation of their reading is that, I'm using 3 different decks. I'm using a tarot deck. I'm using my Kipperish Oracle, which I normally use, but I'm also using a third called the Whispers of the Unsolved. It's by a woman named Ashley, and her channel on YouTube is called The Reckoning Co. She's really, really, really good. And I found that these cards, there are 180 of them, don't always just pertain to true crime. You can use them in other readings too. And since there's such a mystery hanging over these two women and their, and how they feel about each other, I figured I'd dive in with the Whispers of the Unsolved. And it's really helpful. What I see here is that there's a lot of duality happening in the reading overall. And the thing that's interesting about that is because I feel like they were always pitted against each other, or they felt that they felt torn, right? Because they've been with the same man, Justin Bieber. So in a way, I think I don't know. I don't really feel like Hailey had any kind of, I still don't really feel like vindictive all the way. I think she has been at certain times, but I'm not feeling it 100%. Like, I think she still harbors a lot of that, like, I look up to you kind of energy for Selena, which is really strange because of the progression, because I have past, present, and future energy here. But there's this choice, right? A determination to, I feel like I can only speak from Hailey's angle with this foundation, to hopefully being the one that is in the spotlight with Justin. I have to say it. That's what I'm seeing here. I see Hailey saying, in the distant future, I'm determined, okay, to be out in the open in a relationship with Justin. It was something she was determined to do. I don't know that it was always like that, but I think it grew over time. Oy, oy, oy. But I don't know that I don't really know how I feel about that. So let's get to the rest of the stuff. I have Selena on the left because she's a Cancer and she's, Selene is the moon. And I have Hailey on the right because she's a Sagittarius and she's all like fiery and stuff. So I see with Selena in the past and her feelings about Hailey is she knew something was off about Hailey. Leave it up to a Cancer to have a very strong intuition. She felt something was off. Okay. Was there might have, this is about false documents and somebody just being false in some way, that there's, she's Temperance, so she's balanced and harmonious. But then these documents, info, statements, forgery, false. Yeah, she knew something about Hailey, but she also did Justin cheat on Selena with Hailey at any time? I'm just saying, I think that was in the past, that was something that was at the forefront of Selena's mind. I think there was some kind of secrets that were kept from Selena, and she found out. She was she's always trying. This is an interesting thing about Selena. She's always trying to be harmonious. She's always trying to be centered. There's something about her that she's constantly trying to find inner peace and balance, no matter what. Like she has a composure about herself that it shows the person that she aims to be. Because I think behind closed doors, there's a bit of like chaos going on. Also, there was some kind of concerns about money too. And I have no idea what that's about. But there was some kind of concern that Selena had about money and debt in particular. And this is the past feelings that she had when it came to Hailey. And Hailey's sitting over here like Two of Cups, enamored, digital struggle. So she's it's Hailey's, she's reaching her goals. In the past position, Hailey is reaching her goals. She got what she wanted, okay? And that's that partnership that she had been aiming for with Justin for quite a while. And she wanted, it's so strange to say this, she really wanted Selena to like her. And there was some kind of like, I hope we can be friends kind of thing. Like, I think they met once or twice. Before, like when Selena and Justin were still together, they may have met a couple of times. And somebody can like tell me down below if that's the case. But it was like, okay, I'm seeing this is coming out with digital and struggle. And I'm like, is it the stuff online? Like, is it the stuff online that's been like affecting her? Like things that she has seen online, like Hailey has seen stuff about Selena, or Hailey herself has like some of her stuff has been dug up from the past, and she's struggling with that. Okay, that's affecting her relationship with Justin. It is, because she's struggling so much with it, and because she's in a relationship with a man who's dependent on her for fixing him. She really can't fall apart, because then everything falls apart. So it affects her relationship with him, because if she's not 100%, then he's falling apart and has, is in his own misery. So, it's really, she's not getting the support from Justin. There's some kind of trail, past behavior of Hailey's, a trail of past behavior. I think it goes a lot deeper than what people are picking up on. I'm going to say that. Yep. I'm going to say this. I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you there's things that she's wiped clean that nobody's ever going to see. And I don't know exactly what that's about, but I'm going to tell you something. If there's stuff going around about Hailey, and there has been stuff that's been dug up about her, there's more stuff to come that people are going to find out and bring to the light. And then there's also going to be stuff that people are going to realize she deleted it somehow, or she wiped it away somehow, or like it'll be like somebody's memory. You'll see a TikTok or something with somebody talking about like a real lived experience where they remember seeing this thing, and they may have captured it, they may have not, but they're going to talk about it. There's a lot of juicy information here, okay? But between these two women, yep, they were torn, okay? It was almost as if they had to be each other's nemesis. They were pitted against each other in the past, no matter what, no matter which way you go. One is going to be his choice and one is going to be not his choice, right? So low vibrational. So I'm telling you right now, Selena could smell it on her. There was something false. It was a false happiness, a false, it was this persona. I also think it worked both ways because this is coming out in the energy between them. So I think that when and if Hailey finally met Selena, it wasn't a very positive interaction. Low vibrational comes out between them, awakening, but it's also about the choice. So we have because we have the Two of Wands here. So decisions, first steps. Should I stay or should I go? Being in the comfort zone. So there was like was there a period of time where their relationship it was like Selena, he dated Selena, and then like right after he dated Hailey, because I don't know the relationship timeline, guys. I don't know. But if there's an overlap, that's when the things started to. There was a lot of things that happened all at once that created a little bit of like a divide between these two women. For sure, a divide. I mean, that's also like a nice way of saying it. They didn't like each other. That, I think it's fair to say, this is where the competition began. And the competition was more on Hailey's side than it was on Selena's. I have to say that because that's what I'm seeing here. Because I'm seeing Selena going through life and being a little bit more mature. Sure, she went through a whole bunch of stuff that, she didn't always make the greatest choices in her life, I feel. But she knew who she was. She knew who she was. Hailey was not, she didn't know who she was. I still feel like Hailey does not know fully who she is. I think that she wants to find out, but she doesn't know who she is yet. And she's about to go through her Saturn return. So that girl is about to go through a lot of life lessons all in a row from this point on until she's about 31, 32 years old. So that being said, they were there's a lot of things that they both wanted in the past. There were things that Hailey and Selena wanted to know about each other, okay? But there were so many blind spots. There were so many things that nobody could tell them. So they had to sort of make their minds up about each other. In certain ways, about certain bits of information, certain criteria. Present moment is not looking good for Hailey. Present moment is not looking good at all. I think Selena is I think Selena's on top right now. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like that because she's coming out as the death card with real love and grandparent elder. Selena's in a good spot in the present moment. Hailey's coming out as conflict, 5 of Wands, manipulation, and optical illusion. She's spiraling because there's a spiral here. Hailey is spiraling, okay? And it's rivalry. It's because of rivalry, competition, clashing of egos, having to face again obstacles coming up again. Obstacles coming up, struggles, obstacles, manipulation, trying to manipulate something so people will think it's something else. God, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm just speaking for what Spirit is saying to me in my third eye right now, because I'm very claircognizant. Some kind of, I want you to look over here. Don't look over here. Don't look over here. Don't look at the man behind the curtain. Look over here. Look over here. To try to make things look a certain way. Like she wants to change the public's opinion of her. Why is she doing that? Optical illusion. Manipulation. She's playing some kind of game because she's in conflict and feeling challenged. Yeah. Her image is being challenged. She doesn't like it. Her image matters to her. That's going to be one of the biggest struggles that Hailey Bieber goes through during her Saturn return, is the image of me. I want to be able to manipulate and control the image, my image, because that's, I hate to say this, because I don't hate this girl at all, but it's like she's giving me that, like, she doesn't have any other kind of thing that sets her apart. So she sort of feels mediocre. That's the thing, though. It's like, she's a deeply insecure person. She really is. But everybody's insecure. You know what I mean? Even Selena was insecure. I think she still is in some ways. But with Hailey, she's projecting it outward and she's trying to take control of everything external. Meanwhile, she is avoiding the internal healing, the internal healing process that needs to take place here, because she's in a dependent relationship with Justin. They both were, I think. And Selena exited it. And now we have, Hailey picking it up, right? Look, Selena's in a good place right now. She's the death, the big changes, transformation taking place in her love life. This is real love for her. Benny is for her. That's for sure. I think she feels a certain level of groundedness with him. There's there's something about the two of them. They just like get each other on a level that it's like they have their own thing. It's very unique. It's very quirky. People won't get it, but they don't need to get it. It's theirs, And I think that there's going to be a transformation occurring that involves their dynamic somehow. Okay, I'm going out on a limb here and saying, I know that Benny Blanco wrote songs for Justin. He's written songs for a lot of people. And I really didn't know that until like 2020. I didn't know who he was at all. I have a feeling that Justin Bieber, and we can do a reading on Benny Blanco and Justin Bieber and how they feel about each other next. But I have a feeling like there's bad blood because he's with Selena now. I just do. I have this strange feeling that Justin Bieber still texts Selena from time to time. Don't tell Hailey, but that shit definitely goes on. He's not let go of her fully at all. At all. Okay. And here's the thing, like, she is somebody who kind of processed him out to a certain degree. she's done more work on herself than he's done on himself. And not that it's a competition, but just in comparison, she's in a better place. She's in a better place because she faced herself. I do sound like I'm a super fan of Selena. I just feel her energy. And when I feel a person's energy, I can gauge a lot about, would I like to be around that person? Is that somebody that I would feel comfortable around? Is that somebody that can teach me something worthwhile about who they are? And I'll be interested and fully like, wow, that's how Selena makes me feel. Hailey makes me feel like I wouldn't know what to talk to her about. And I know how to talk to anybody about anything, but it's because she doesn't know herself. You know, so like what can she actually have a conversation with me about? You know, like, because she's in a certain place. It's just that she's young, you know, and in our 20s, we become like 72 different people before we hit our 30s and we kind of like settle into who we are. We've essentially found ourselves, but it's through a lot of hiccups throughout our 20s, for sure. That's where we grow the most. It's where a lot of quick evolution happens. So for Selena, I just feel like she's planning something, and it's involving her partner Benny. I feel like if it's not her wedding, I mean, it could be, right? But that really doesn't have anything to do with the reading. I feel like she's about to go public with something concerning herself and Benny, like bringing something to the center. And it's a huge, it's something that they have prepared for, but they know it's going to change some things. The Grandpa Elder card, I don't understand this. I think this is a very big awakening for Selena. She's having a lot of like aha moments, and she's having connections to the spirit realm quite often these days. And I do feel like if one of her grandparents, like one of her grandfathers or both, are in spirit, there's communication going on that is a divinely orchestrated event between within her love life. Okay, so there's some kind of divine orchestration happening that her grandparents are involved in to a certain degree. It could be that she feels some kind of okay, I'm going to throw this out there too, because this is about Selena and Hailey. I kind of feel like Selena looks at Hailey like this poor girl, like she kind of feels like an elder to Hailey. And it's not superiority. It's just about like her understanding the plight of what Hailey must be going through in her life, because Selena has lived it. And I mean that she knows what it's like to be with Justin Bieber. This is why I find it interesting, because they have the opportunity to really reflect with one another. If they were to become friends, I think that they would be able to heal a lot within themselves if they were to be able to like have a real conversation about Justin and his behavior. Maybe they can help him if they do that. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I have hope for peace, you know? But see, here's the thing. In the present moment, the reason why Selena is in such a place of kind of like feeling together is not just because like she's with a guy that she really loves. It's also because I have to say, this is such a strange set of cards to come out for the energy between these two ladies. The Six of Cups, which is kind of like about, it's a very sentimental card. It is about children or childhood, okay, nostalgia. Now, here's the thing. I read earlier, somebody said to me that Selena spoke years ago about her not being able to carry a child to full term. I don't know if that's true because I didn't research it. I only saw the person left it. I'm basically taking their word. I kind of feel that Selena harbors a little bit of jealousy that Hailey was able to give him a child. Okay, there is something there with that, and it is within Selena, and she's got to process that. At the same time, though, both of these women feel like there are a lot of things going on publicly that are bringing truths to the surface, okay? We're seeing somebody's lies right out in the open, in the sun, right? Just right out there for all the world to see. And, yeah, it feels a little bit like, karma. That's what it feels like, karma. Stupid moves were made somehow. Hailey made some very poor choices. Just got to say it. She's made some very poor choices. She wasn't thinking. She was a fangirl. She was this, she was that, right? She's sitting at home watching Selena on TV, and she looked up to her, and I'm sure she tried to like copy her in many ways going through her like teenage years or whatever. But what I'm feeling is that I think I think it would be such an amazing thing if, like, I don't know. I feel like Hailey really doesn't have anything to worry about in regard to like Selena kind of sliding back in and, messing things up. I think Selena wishes that things could have worked out between herself and Justin at times, but she is not that kind of girl to like get in between. But I feel like Hailey was that kind of girl. So I don't know if there was an overlap, but there's certainly, it's coming up like all the over and over within these cards. I have to keep saying it. I just wish I had a bunch of you here to tell me, oh my God, this happened, because I don't know. So right now we're looking at the future positions here, and Selena's moving on. She's moving on to greener pastures. She's going deep within herself. She's getting to a very spiritual place within herself. There's nothing that's really changed from the present to the near future. She's going through a lot of transformation. She's bettering herself. She does have hope for a milestone to occur, and I think that that's children. I think Selena is currently right now, that's where it is for her. So she's wanting to have a family. Okay. And that's something that's really important to her because she wants to be a mother. There's some part of her that really, really wants that for herself. And so I do feel like that it isn't impossible for her to create that. I think that that's something she's working on, is seeing the possibilities that are out there for her. As far as like her feelings about Hailey, she's kind of just like, you know, I feel like that it's not really something she's focused on. I think Hailey is, to a degree, Hailey is coming up as the magician, self-love, dismemberment, and self-sabotage. I'm not taking the dismemberment literally, okay? Because these are true crime cards. I'm taking that as sabotaging all of these different parts of herself and her life. And wanting now to take what is currently going on in the future. Okay, Hailey is either going to continue on that where she is in the present, where she's focused on manipulating the public, manipulating people on social media, doing the optical illusions, fighting back, trying to control the external perception of her and her image. And she, in the future, she could still be doing that, okay? Because right now, this is the near future, but it's coming up that she has really screwed herself over in some major way, okay? Hailey is not doing well in the near future, but there's hope for her because it's coming out with the self-love card, which means I do feel that she is going to turn these things that she wants, okay, she's going to turn it inward, and she's going to focus on controlling what she can control inside of herself. She's going to work on that gaping hole inside of her. Who am I? And how do I love that person? And that's what she's going to be doing, but it is going to be hard for her. The transition is not going to be easy for her. The transition from present to future for Selena is much easier because Selena's been on this journey. Selena's been balanced. She's been having that internal peace and working on that every day. But Hailey's just beginning. But she is. There is a possibility for her to manifest. And to also to discover new skills, studying. She's going to be studying something. Somebody with a particular set of skills. She's going, why do I sound like that movie Taken? So she's going to be studying she's being guided to a certain type of skill within, I don't know, some field of work. Could it be the industry? Of course. But she's studying. And she's learning and she's crafting something that she's going to be able to use. And it's going to develop into a part of who she is. And she's going to feel a little bit more closer to figuring out where her talents are and where she feels is her little corner, her niche, what makes her happy and what fulfills her and what feels most natural to her in life and what she strives to create. So I don't see that things are completely like gone, but what's happening between them in the future doesn't, again, this is determined by where Hailey goes. This is determined by what I just said before. Is Hailey going to keep on trying to control things, or is she going to move past it and do the internal work that she needs to do? And it's like the energy between them is like almost like two separate things. We have the Ace of Pentacles with the Courthouse card, the Hidden and Missing, and the Marriage Wedding Ceremony card. So, I heard a thing or two about Hailey doing something, suing for defamation of some sort. I don't know what that is, but that could be why Courthouse came up. But it's there's like a new opportunity to prosper. However, okay, I don't think that that's for Hailey. I think that's for Selena, her new home. There's going to be some kind of shared new home. There's a material offer. There's a lot coming in for Selena within this time frame where she goes through with her marriage. I also kind of feel like Hailey has some trouble coming up in her own marriage. There is something that Hailey feels is missing. And that's going to keep on getting louder and louder and louder until she looks at it and faces it. Things are not good right now. Now listen to me. I'm not making any kind of prediction about divorces, about Selena possibly getting back together with Justin, or Hailey and Justin getting divorced or staying together. And that's because I read energy and I'm not just here to like spit out like predictions like I'm like I'm the Zoltar machine from Big. So this is me giving you a reading about things that are very fluid and can change. So we will revisit this. But as of right now, I really feel like Hailey's she had good intentions in the very, very beginning. And then it moved into sort of like her sort of wanting to become Selena. This is the strangest thing to say. She sort of looked up to her and wanted to be her. And then like, I feel like when she got with Justin, because Hailey was so young and she didn't know who she was yet, she just thought like, I'll be Selena for him. I'll just be her. And she's coming to a time in her life where she has to focus on herself, okay? And this girl is really focused on the external world right now. Her priorities are all out of whack. I think they both harbored negative feelings towards each other in the past. Presently, I also think that there's some kind of jealousy that Selena has over the fact that Hailey gave him a child. I think that, I'm kind of just summing things up here. I think that Selena's moving on to deeper, more spiritual, happier times in her life with her chosen partner. And that is going to lead her towards the eventual marriage ceremony and new beginnings for herself. And also, I do see Selena having a child. Now, I don't necessarily know if that's... Obviously, that person told me that she probably can't carry a child, but there's going to be some way that she'll either adopt or she'll do surrogacy or something like that. But it will happen. I do believe that for certain. And that's like way down the line, though, like a few years. But I also see that Hailey is also trying to make things better for herself in her own life. But she's resisting a lot. So I don't know if she's going to get there. I don't know. I think Hailey has got to be on some kind of single woman healing journey where she discovers herself and it's separate from her marriage. Not that she's going to like separate from Justin or anything like that. It's more like she's got to go out and just like discover who the F she is. She doesn't know. It's not that she's an empty vessel. It's just like she's like the Fool card. If you look up the meaning of the Fool card in tarot, you'll understand that. It's just like she doesn't have any stored information. She's brand new. There's nothing there. She's just starting out. It's just pure energy. And we learn along the journey. We learn who we are along the way. And that's the Fool's journey through the tarot card deck. It's his journey through, and he's learning all of these various lessons throughout his journey. And that's exactly how I see it happening for Hailey. She's going to be able to take some kind of power back as well. That's definitely here. So I really hope that this helped. I'm probably not even sure if I should post this because I feel like I was incoherent at times. But let me know if this is any interest to you, and I'll keep doing them if you want me to. You can make any suggestions down below of any readings you'd like me to do in the future, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm sending you so much love now and always.